Ever since I started doing workout in LA about 8 months ago, I've been talking to a lot of stand-up comedians. And one thing that I find very interesting about these stand-up comedians is the way that they approach success. There's one thing I've heard a lot out here, which is, I'll be a success once I perform at the Comedy Store. I was even on a podcast recently with a comic, and he said that his dream was to make it to the Comedy Store, be a paid regular, and live off of that money. What's interesting is a simple Google search will show you that paid regulars at the Comedy Store make under $60 a show. So nobody's living off of that money. And it revealed a bigger picture about success to me. We all have these ideas of where we want to go. For instance, I'd love to sell a show. That's our current goal right now, is to sell a TV show. But even after we sell that initial show, or a comic performs on the main stage of the Comedy Store, there's still the 45 years that they have to live after that. It's a small blip of success. Recently, I was on a webinar with Stelly Efty, Aaron Ross, and Ryan Robinson. Stelly Efty crafted cold emails, and I learned basically everything I know about cold email from that guy. You can check out his YouTube channel below. And Aaron Ross wrote Predictable Revenue, which popularized the concept of cold emails. He's like the godfather of all of this content. And yet there I was on a webinar being interviewed by Stelly on the same plane as Aaron Ross. Me, 2 years ago, would say that's success. And yet later that day, I still had stuff to do. It's important to feel the successes in the moment, but if you're going through your life and you think that one event is going to be the end, and then you're gonna be like happy and you're gonna be successful, that's just not a thing that happens. Life is pretty long, and this exists in entrepreneurship. It's not just Hollywood, but people have this concept of the big break, and it's like, I'll get this TV show, and then I'll be able to use that, and I'll just become an instant celebrity overnight. And it's the same in entrepreneurship, right? I'll hit $1 million in annual recurring revenue, I'll be able to use that to do speaking engagements, and I'll become the next Gary Vaynerchuk. And it just doesn't work that way. There's no concept of a big break. Gary Vaynerchuk was doing like the Tonight Show and big late night shows as guests when he launched his first book. That was maybe 10 years ago. And you can get on those shows as well if you just have enough money to hire the right PR person. And for some people, those are big points in their career. Like for comics, getting on Conan is a huge deal, but it's not the end. So when you're goal setting or you're thinking about your future, if you're in the mindset of, if I just get this blank, I'll make it, I want you to remove that part. Even the successes I've had, the small successes I've had in the grand scheme of things, and you've probably had some successes in your life as well, it's very clear that that feeling you get when you have a success feels so much less powerful than all of that time you spent dreaming about the success. And if we don't have that in mind, it's way too easy to get lost in the pursuit of one goal that in the grand scheme of your life doesn't really matter. If you found this interesting, I'd love if you would share this with a friend or two. We're trying to hit 100,000 subs, and every share counts. Also, if you need help marketing or growing your agency, web design, branding, front end or back end, web or mobile, anything like that, we do marketing for digital agencies, helping them get enterprise clients. You can get more info on that at experiment27.com. Thanks.